I gotta say, whenever we actually make the effort to get up for a sunrise, it is absolutely always worth it. This is our first morning in Tulum, and because we're sleeping right on the beach here, we knew that we just had to get up, try and get some chillness before maybe the chaos kind of picks up today, which although I don't know if it will actually, because Tulum does have a reputation as being a really chill spot and a little bit hippie-ish, so I suppose we'll see how that goes. But what we want to do today is start off by going to see the Tulum Ruins. They're right on the beachfront, so sounds like it's going to be pretty epic. And there's also, we've got a couple of ideas for some local food that we want to go and try, and then see where the day goes from there, I suppose. First things first, we always have to start off with some breakfast, because we've just read that they've got free, or included, smoothie bowls, fruit, and pancakes and all sorts of stuff here. So Tulum's not the most walkable city. Well, at least when we Google Maps everything that we're going to do today, we realise it's all very spread out, isn't it?
Yeah, so there is like the main town area, but then if you want to go to the nice hotels and beaches and stuff, they are quite a way away.
And then the ruins are separate to that, and then the cenotes are separate to that again. So we've hired a scooter. We haven't given her a name yet, have we?
Oh, it's a hers this time.
Yeah, I think it's her. Sleven. So this is from iBike Tulum, which is seems to be the best spot to rent a scooter. So we've just grabbed it for 2 days, picked it up yesterday, and this is how we're going to be getting around today and checking everything out.
It's nice and comfy.
We just got to, well, we didn't actually get to the ruins. We got about a 15 or 20 minute walk away from the ruins, and I did read online that we have to walk to get there, that you can't drive right up. But it's one of those situations we don't know if this is just the first of many car parks. And there, because they were all like, come in, and we're like, a little bit suspicious. Is this normal? Is everybody doing this? We don't know. We've had to pay 100 pesos just to have the scooter here for an unlimited amount of time, which I'm sure we won't need unlimited for only a little bit of time. So we're gonna leave our stuff here and then walk down and then see how much it costs to get into the ruins as well. Well, this is pretty typical really. As we suspected, there's now signs saying free parking if you're going into the ruins. So yeah, we basically, or we saw another one right afterwards which was only 50 pesos. So we went 150 free. Closer.
We knew something was going on, but it just makes me so mad.
It's kind of infuriating, isn't it?
Because for us it's $8 New
$8.
Zealand dollars. So it's not a big deal, but it's still just
you say bad taste almost.
Yeah, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You don't want to start off something exciting being scammed.
Pretty much, yeah. We're just heading into the temple of the wine god, apparently. We had to pay 75 pesos each to get in, and then it was another 45 pesos to have the camera as well. We're right by the sea now, we can start to hear the waves. Really unique structures as well, isn't it? It's kind of crazy. I didn't think it was going to be so light.
Disclaimer, I have been here before, but it was a really long time ago and I don't really remember anything, so I feel like I'm just as fascinated as you are.
Well, that's a good thing, no? We're reliving it together. So it is 9:30. There's a couple of tours here, but it's not crazy busy. It opened at 8 a.m. I didn't think it was going to be this beautiful.
You didn't?
No.
I remember the beach being amazing. There's one viewpoint that I'm trying to find, and you look out and down, and there are zigzaggy stairs that go down onto, I think, the private beach maybe? Mm-hmm. Might be around the bay, but I think we should keep wandering.
So these ruins are definitely one of the most popular things to see along this whole Yucatan Peninsula, and I can't really think of too many other historic sites that are like this, that are sitting on 12-meter cliffs overlooking the sea. And even though it's next to the sea, I'm surprised because it is kind of really well preserved. It's essentially like a collection of temples. I think there's a specific castle as well, and it's obviously loads and loads of stone walling. But there's a really specific reason that is why it sits on these big cliffs overlooking the sea. Well, maybe not why it's on the sea, but the fact that it is on the sea was quite interesting, about the four sides, which is only 3.
Pretending I know the facts, but Dane's the one that's done all the research.
So basically, it's it's kind of a walled city in a sense. And
That's right. Translates to wall, doesn't it?
yeah, Tulum translates to wall in Maya, and the fourth wall, which doesn't exist, is essentially the Caribbean Sea. That was the form of protection. It's not a bad view to wake up in, I think it was 500 and something AD, and you've just got this as your protection.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind living here.
Be pretty stoked with that.
You can definitely start to sense that there's been a bit of a shift from where we came from.
Is that thunder as well?
That's thunder, and I can feel a few spits happening. So I'll keep this brief, but yeah, you can kind of see there are really nice cafes and stuff about. It's not the Tulum you see on Instagram just yet, because what we've figured out is it's very vast. So we've driven for about 20 minutes into town, and all the kind of Instagram cafes are another 20 minutes down into the hotel zone. So yeah, we like those kind of places because they look pretty, but we really wanted to eat some local food for lunch.
So somebody in Playa told us about this place called El Pollo Bronco, and it's grilled chicken. You get a collection of tortillas, some rice, a whole bunch of mixtures and stuff, and you basically pull apart this roast chicken and you make your own little tacos. And I don't know if it's necessarily a super traditional Mexican dish, but it is apparently a popular dish. And it's this token little spot on what appears to be a relatively busy main road. There must be these more of the walking streets around somewhere, but I love chicken, so I'm excited for this. The mystery sauce.
Hope it's not too spicy. Sometimes you risk getting really dry chicken when you come to a place like this, but this is really nice. I will say I'm glad I didn't put too much of that sauce on because it is very spicy.
Really?
Yeah, don't put too much on. It's nice though, it gives it a good flavour.
That was absolutely delicious, and for only 150 pesos plus tips, so basically about 200 pesos for lunch. That was absolutely exceptional. Yeah, we'll probably end up hitting up a few of the fancier, the cooler cafes that Stace mentioned probably tomorrow, but I don't know if we'll be filming, so I think that's the advantage of following us on Instagram.
Ooh, very cool, good plug.
That doesn't look like a cenote.
No, we tried to go to 2 cenotes. One was closed, and one we drove past, but the water looked really murky, and it might be because it was raining. It was one of the more open ones, and it looked not very good, so we've ended up back at the hotel.
There is other cenotes there. This whole area is full of them. If you don't know what it is, it's quite crazy. Did you look into what it is exactly?
Sinkhole.
It's like limestone collapsing, forming a sinkhole, and then there is essentially rainwater and everything that gets in there. So they tend to be really clean and really clear, but the ones that we've seen haven't appeared to be. And then the other ones are sort of hundreds or high hundreds into maybe even like 1,800 pesos for a day in and around one of them. And we don't really want to like hang out and spend an entire day in and around a cenote. And we've got 2 swimming pools in the sea right here, so I feel like this is where we're going to be.
No complaints.
No complaints here, of course. I'm going to go in that pool for sure, though.
He didn't think about a towel, did he? Lucky he's got me. You forget about this?
I didn't even think about it before I just jumped in. I was so hot. Thanks, babe. It's been a huge day of exploring, but this has to be one of the things that we love the most. That noise, of course. We're just playing cards on the beach with some chips and some tunes.